Do you want to be better prepared for medical situations when you're out in the field and looking to build your own personalized first aid kit? Today we're going to look at my first aid kit, the Blue Ridge Overland Gear First Aid Velcro pouch along with the headrest mount to house it. Coming up. I'm Drew and this is Evergreen Overland. On this channel we help overlanders outfit themselves for adventure through doing gear reviews, vehicle mod tutorials, and cooking tasty camp food to share around the fire. Anybody who's into overlanding or adventuring in your vehicle away from systems of support should probably be outfitted with some sort of first aid kit. This is my kit. We're going to go over the contents. You'll find Amazon links as well as a full description of everything I have on this kit down below. Disclaimer, I have no medical training whatsoever, so take all this with a grain of salt. So when designing a kit, there's kind of different levels of kits that you go for. I've heard them referred to as boo-boo kits or IFAC kits, and that's basically individual first aid kits. This one right here is kind of like the next step up, the boo-boo kit with a little bit of trauma dressing. And then your expanded kits, where I foresee those being for your more remote expedition, where you really have to be prepared to be the first responder and only solution in worst case scenarios to almost any trauma that might happen to you, your team, or an accident that you come upon. And along with those multiple different kinds of first aid kits, you need to have the training that goes along with each style of kit that you are packing in your vehicle. And that's personally why with this kit, I've chosen to build it from components that I've put together myself rather than buy an off-the-counter, fully prepared little kit already put together. Because as I was building out this kit, I could do research into all the different components I'm adding to it, so I know that I'm competent in how they work. I've designed this kit to be my everyday use kit with a little bit of trauma mitigation built in and a few of the miscellaneous hygiene items that the family might need throughout the day. All of my kits, I try to type up some sort of little list in Excel for a couple of reasons. One, it doesn't matter who grabs this kit, this little slip will be the first thing they come to when they open it up, giving them a breakdown of the different categories of components that are in this and also the quantities that there should be. Secondly, on any trip that I take, I start a new note in my phone and basically mark down the quantity and what it was of any of the consumables that we use right when we use it on the trip, so that when I get home, I can cross-reference this list with that list of used items and refill it to the specific par level that I always want it to be at. That way you're always prepared, even if you use some of the bandages or the insect bite or a couple of the Benadryl or whatever it is on your trip, it's always restocked ready for the next trip after you get home. There's many reasons why I choose the Blue Ridge Overland Gear. Obviously, I'm a fanboy. I use a lot of their products. They're just really, really well built and really well designed to organize your life when you're out on the trail. So it's just kind of the perfect size in between a small and a larger pack where it's not too cumbersome for sitting in the back seat if I have passengers. Another reason I went with this is because it's soft-sided material. I tend to have a lot of people in the back seat, and I just feel like having softer textile stuff rather than harder MOLLE panels and all that kind of stuff is just nicer for your passengers getting in and out. They're not like banging into something that's really hard-sided. Also, the red color as well as the patches you can buy that label, you know, first aid kit or IFAC kit or whatever it might be, just tells somebody that this is a first aid kit. I want a first aid kit like this to be quick to deploy, and utilizing the headrest mount along with the Velcro hook and loop back, it doesn't get much quicker to deploy than this. You can basically take this off and stick it to anything with that textured carpet material and have it ready in a different part of your camp. Along the same lines of this being quick to deploy, it's got this nice little carry handle, these plastic molded zipper pulls, and when you open it up, it clamshells out, exposing absolutely everything in an easy to see area right in front of you. This has an dimension of 9 inches wide, 6.5 inches tall, and expands to 3.5 inches deep. And in the front, it's got this clear reinforced vinyl viewing window to give you a quick glance at what is in the kit. I choose to locate my little kit index card right there so somebody knows they can grab that and see what's in this kit right out of the gate. On the inside, you have your little center pouch that you can tear out with Velcro on the back to attach anything you want to it, MOLLE webbing on the front, as well as a center Velcro closed nylon pouch area where I choose to store all my Band-Aids. You have 3 different sewn-in pouches across the back you can organize your supplies in, as well as 2 little nylon straps right in front of those pouches to kind of pin everything to that back wall. I got Moleskin for blisters, all sorts of different pills for stomach problems or indigestion, Ibuprofen, acetaminophen, Tweezers, Band-Aids I mentioned, a couple of the limited trauma things that I have in here. You know, I've got scissors, scissors to cut away clothing. I've got some Quck Clot. I've got like a Israeli battle bandage. They're like a mix between a tourniquet and a heavy-duty gauze pad, just to wrap a wound and be able to apply some pressure to stop bleeding. But you got to know how to use these things. I pull out one of these every couple of years and reapply it just as a trial to make sure I know how to use them. Some of the everyday use additional hygiene things I keep, you know, Burts Bees lip stuff, some hand sanitizer, a couple pairs of contact lenses, since me and my wife both wear contacts, and there's nothing worse than needing a pair of contacts and knowing that they're in the back of the rig in your backpack and you need to pull over, stop the whole train, all that kind of stuff. It's easier just to have some right there at the ready if you need them in a pinch. Last thing I will call out in this kit is just a super simple compact flashlight. One that's really easy to use, not gonna start strobing on somebody who doesn't know how to use it. Click it on and it's small enough to throw in your row or clip onto the bill of your hat. Just a simple, straightforward flashlight. When you need a light, you need it, and there isn't really a substitute for it. Another reason to build your own kit is honestly the excess of components that you get. I mean, you buy most of this stuff in a quantity that's gonna be more than you're gonna be able to fit or want to carry in your car, giving you excess that you can either build a second kit for a buddy that you might go out on the trail with, or smaller kits for like backpacking and hiking, or just to build out a more extensive home kit to utilize if a medical emergency happens, as well as a place you can pull from to restock the components of this kit after you've used them on one of your trips. At the time of filming this video, this bag comes in at $59.99 over on Blue Ridge Overland. The headrest mount comes in at $26.99, and the little patch here is like $7.25, I want to say. All in all, you're under $100 for the whole system for holding your kit, and then you've got to invest in the components on the interior. Honestly, that's right in line with a lot of the other products I've seen, and this just fits the bill for what I wanted to accomplish really well. That pretty much sums up this kit and the Blue Ridge Overland gear I built it around. If you like this video, please mash the like button below, press the subscribe button, press the bell icon to be notified when I put out a new video. Throw any comments or questions that you have down in the comment section of the video. I love interacting with you guys and kind of building out this community. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I post there as well at Evergreen Overland. If you want to reach out to me or join the mailing list at evergreenoverland.com, I promise I won't spam you. Just a place that I can kind of send out more promotional information to you guys down the line as it comes out. And lastly, I'm putting together special promotions and content and exclusive offers for the Evergreen Overland community, being that you cannot modify and re-upload videos to YouTube. If you want to get the most up-to-date offerings that we have in our community, head over to the main Evergreen Overland kind of landing page. I'll put a link in the video description below, and I will keep that YouTube channel description video up to date with the most current content.